All right, Eagle fans, here we are. Woo! All I can say is big rivalry game tonight versus Halls. The Eagles on top, 24-21 in a slobber knocker. Coach Turner, just give me your feelings about this game tonight.
Well, obviously we had to come over a lot of adversity right from the get-go. One of our best players got hurt in warm-ups, so it sort of scrambled a little bit. But, I told the guys after halftime coming out, every morning we got up in June at 7 o'clock and did workouts 3 days a week, July, all the time where other kids are at home doing whatever they are, and these kids continue to get up. We put they put their bodies in position to play two halves. And I told them, I said, all I need is heart. And I felt like that's how we played tonight. Made some big plays when we needed to. Bend don't break, but Halls is a great football team, but I felt like we were just played with a lot of heart tonight.
Now, you talked about we've had some injuries, overcame a lot this past week, Coach. Talk to me about, coming off a big win last week. You're looking for everybody to be back this week. What does that do to a team, and what do you guys do to keep these guys focused in a situation like that?
Well, I talk to them all the time about just understanding the process. It's a long season. We got to be playing the best that we can play week 10, not week 2. So hopefully we improve from tonight, continue to get better. Got a tough game next week. That's why you play football, to play teams like that, though. That's going to help us as we move forward and challenge. And, our guys are confident in what they're doing. Again, I go back to all the time saying, don't play the helmet, just play Gibbs football. And I think we did that tonight.
Now, tonight, as you just said, big game tomorrow, or next week, second region game, bringing Alcoa to Ernest White. Talk to me, Coach. From tonight, what do you take tonight into next week's challenge?
Just to believe in what we're doing. Believe in the process, believe in what we're doing. Heal up a little bit, but at the end of the day, just keep doing what we're doing.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Again, Eagle fans, big victory over Halls, 24-21. War Eagle, and we'll see you next week. Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
All right, Eagle fans, here we are. Woo! All I can say is big rivalry game tonight versus Halls. The Eagles on top, 24-21 in a slobber knocker. Coach Turner, just give me your feelings about this game tonight.
Well, obviously we had to come over a lot of adversity right from the get-go. One of our best players got hurt in warm-ups, so it sort of scrambled a little bit. But, I told the guys after halftime coming out, every morning we got up in June at 7 o'clock and did workouts 3 days a week, July, all the time where other kids are.
All right, Eagle fans, here we are with senior Eagle, DeJuan Harris. DeJuan, hey, just finished up a big win over Halls, 24-21. Hey, you played a great game tonight. Talk to me about the game and what you guys were trying to accomplish coming in tonight.
Well, we're trying to come out on top, obviously, but we came with a lot of adversity, pregame and all that. But we ended up coming on top, fighting tough, nail, tooth, everything. We gave out, ended up coming on top at the end.
Now, in a game like this, it was back and forth and back and forth. You had a huge play that kind of changed the tide. That pick six, talk to me about what you were seeing. Just diagnose the play for me there.
I ended up seeing him motion across the field. We watched film around here. I knew the play from the get-go. Pick six.
Well, I tell you what, big play like that again, with something like that, that changes the tide of the game. But again, Halls came back, made a game of it. Talk to me about when you're out there in a situation like that, when it's back and forth, what are you trying to do as a senior to help keep this team focused and complete the game and get the win?
It gives you a really young team as a senior. I try to keep focus up, momentum going, and keep the guys locked in the game. Those games, anything can happen. Try to keep them locked in. You never know what's going to happen. Just play football. All
right, DeJuan, good game tonight. War Eagle, again, Eagle fans. Gibbs 24, Halls 21. Big game by 0 tonight. DeJuan, War Eagle, and we'll see you next week, buddy.
War Eagles.
Good evening, Eagle fans. Here we are. Big win over Halls tonight, 24-21. We've got Seth Sieber, team captain, junior do-it-all on the field. Seth, talk to me about tonight's win.
It was just a great win overall, getting to come down here with a great atmosphere, a great week of practice, and getting to beat that team down the road.
Seth, talk to me now. You've come on, you've been primarily an offensive lineman in your previous 2 years, played a little defense, whatever. But this year, let me tell you what, you've turned it up. Talk to me about your attitude toward, what you're trying to accomplish on the defensive side of the ball this year.
Yeah, me and Calfee and me and Ellis went over a lot of different things, and it was just kind of like you have to settle into that role. We lost a couple D linemen the last 2 years, some really great athletes, and I just had to fill that role as a captain, as a leader, and as a ball player.
Now, in a game like this, back and forth, one an old school slobber knocker kind of game, What's your attitude out there, and what are you doing as a leader to help keep this team on track?
Well, we go with the goldfish attitude. You know, a goldfish is the happiest animal because it has a 12-second memory. 12-second memory every play. Just forget about what happened last time. We're only looking forward. To keep the team ready, it was just kind of like keeping everybody's spirits up, keeping the sideline, keeping the field. Everything has got to be intact all at the same time.
All right, Seth. Now, coming off this big win, we're going to next week, another region game. We got Alcoa coming to Ernest White Stadium. What are you going to take from this week going into next week's practice and next Friday night?
We're going to take the momentum. The energy that we had tonight was unmatched. It's the best we've probably ever had. And we're going to use that in the next week, especially in practice. Hopefully we come out hot.
All right, War Eagle Seth. I appreciate your time. Good game tonight. Eagle fans again. Final, Gibbs 24, Halls 21. War Eagle, we'll see you next week.